So, things around here have got to change a little bit. I mentioned this in the last video, and I'll mention it again here, but my YouTube channel, unfortunately, is dying. In the same way a lot of other YouTubers across the landscape, hockey commentators or otherwise, have stated as well. There's been something weird with the YouTube algorithm. You may have noticed this with a lot of your recommendations as of late. If you even found this video, who knows if it's because you saw it on the homepage or because you actually had to go into my channel to look at it. But recommendations have been wonky. I, for one, am seeing a lot of videos that I had seen years ago pop up on my recommended instead of new content from creators I watch nowadays. It's been very, very strange ever since August, and my revenue and view counts have gone down tremendously since then, alongside of many other YouTubers. So if you have any form of support that you're willing to give to this YouTube channel in terms of a like or a comment, then that is greatly appreciated. But let's dive into today's commentary topic because we have some news from the latest Stanley Cup champions and Stanley Cup runner-ups. Because when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers fan base, it does seem like a lot of folks are starting to worry more and more about Connor McDavid and his future. And when it comes to the Florida Panthers, oh boy, Brad Marchand, you might have just gone out there and pissed off Gary Bettman. Maybe. So, you know what? I actually want to talk about the Florida stuff first, because Florida's a little bit further east, so we could talk about them and their time zone. Let's go over some comments made by Brad Marchand in regards to the contract negotiations that he, Bennett, and Ekblad recently went through this previous summer. He was very honest, according to this tweet by Alex Baumgartner. Call it a spade of spade. If we were not in a non-tax state, it wouldn't have worked out probably for two guys, with him, Bennett, and Ekblad. Two guys probably would have been leaving in that situation if we weren't in a non-tax state. So it's a benefit that this team has. We were able to utilize it and make it work. He did follow up by saying many of these non-tax teams are some of the best-run teams and organizations in the National Hockey League. And of course, this is a very big deal because Gary Bettman himself directly said on I believe it was a TNT broadcast with Paul Bissonnette, that state tax teams and non-state tax teams, these are not issues when it comes to NHL team building. Bettman straight up said that it's not a problem, that some teams have no state taxes and this shouldn't be seen as giving a competitive advantage in roster construction, management, and team building overall. But then you had Brad Marchand, one of the most popular NHL players of the past few months, and a total face of the Florida Panthers right now, directly saying otherwise. If we weren't in a non-tax state, it wouldn't have worked out probably for two of us. Is that not like the biggest truth bomb that we have received in regards to the state tax, non-state tax thing with these NHL organizations? I mean, Gary Bettman can say whatever it is that he wants about how there being no competitive advantage, but there absolutely is one, and we've known this for a long time now. It's always been the case, it's just nobody has given us the confirmation that it's actually like that. Until now. So thanks, Brad, for going out there and speaking the truth about how everything works out here. Now, shifting gears from one Stanley Cup finalist, aka Stanley Cup champion, to another, let's talk about Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers, because there has indeed been somewhat of a shift, I would say, in terms of fan sentiment and Oilers fan response to the McDavid situation. I, for one, have been seeing a lot more Oilers fans starting to panic on my Twitter feed in regards to how Edmonton's keeping of Connor McDavid is actually going to happen. Here's a quote that he had on the 32 Thoughts podcast the other day. "I have all the faith in the world in this 25-26 season. And beyond that, it remains to be seen." He's like Kang the Conqueror over here, man. He who remains. Is it going to be just Leon Draisaitl, or is McDavid going to remain with him? Oh boy. A lot of the responses to this tweet from BR Open Ice are talking about, oh, he's gone, he's a Sabre, oh, he's gonna go over to Florida, he's not gonna make the finals again, etc., etc. Is this a negotiation tactic, or if he really is indicating at a potential departure? There were also some videos going around of some various McDavid comments from the past year and a bit, where a lot of people have compiled them together and said, oh, now I'm starting to worry, he's going to leave Edmonton, something, something, something. Then there's the entire Toronto angle, whether or not he'll actually find a way to get over to the Maple Leafs, which I don't think is going to happen. I mean, the Maple Leafs just lost out on the Core 4. Do you need to make a Core 3 or a Core 4 again? I don't know. There are a number of ways that you can think about the McDavid stuff, but still, you can honestly chalk it up to a number of things. You can talk about McDavid genuinely wanting to be a part of the Oilers organization, at the very least for this year. It can be very truthful that he wants to have another strong year, but beyond that, he doesn't need to express any verbal commitment to the Oilers. If he wanted to do that, he'd sign the contract, right? It all boils down to whether or not Connor wants to stay. Because whatever it is that he wants, Edmonton's going to give it to him. Does he want to take as much dollars as he can? Does he want to maximize his earning potential? Does he want to take a team-friendly deal so he can be a part of a winning squad? Is he only going to be capable of doing that for a few years? Does he want to stay long-term with the Oil? Leon already signed long-term, so he's got that future sorted out. But Connor has a chance to change his own future, and whether or not that means sticking around with Edmonton for the next 3, 4, or even 8 years remains to be seen. He can get a little bit more dough because by the time next year rolls around, a lot of these contracts are not going to be able to exceed 6, 7 years long. So for Connor right now, you just have to ask, what is his true priority? Is he focused on just the season? Is he focused on the future? If he's focused on just the season, then you could do a lot of placating Oilers fans' worries if he were to sign right now. But what if he wants to be proven first that this is a team that's capable of winning it all before he puts the pen to the dotted line? If McDavid is not able to get himself a Stanley Cup in 2026, if it's not even close, if the Oilers have a terrible year, which I don't think it's going to happen, they're going to be fine. But if they play so poorly that Connor McDavid's confidence is shattered, then why would he want to commit to this team? There is really, I think, a big grace period for Connor McDavid to sign or for things to get sorted out. Either when the season begins up until maybe November, maybe around that time, if McDavid is still unsigned, we will start to get a little bit more direction as to where things could be going down. But I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Does this Connor McDavid situation start to spook you a little bit? If you are an Edmonton Oilers fan, I'm seeing a lot more fearful Edmonton fans on my timeline. But in your subjective opinion, is it worth it to have these thoughts? Or is it like, yeah, no, screw it. Just play out the year. He's signed on till the end of 2026. We'll worry and pull our hair out and start screaming that there are meatballs in the sky later on. And then let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. How do you feel about Marchand speaking out about the non-state tax thing actually playing a part in contract negotiations? Ooh, Gary's not going to be happy with that. Thoughts in the comments about both of these Stanley Cup finalists / winners. And what are your thoughts about this situation as a whole? This YouTube channel is dying, so if you can like this video and give comments, anything that helps the algorithm, I would really appreciate that. I don't want to beg for this kind of stuff. I never ask y'all for likes, but I think I might have to actually start doing that now, considering the status of this YouTube channel and how the views are really going downhill. But thoughts in the comments section either way. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.